Hi, my name is Ariel Johnson, and I'm presenting my paper, The African American Student Experience, Student and Alumni Engagement as a Way Forward. So my proposal focused on creating a committee of students of color, specifically African American students, as ambassadors to alumni of color, specifically focusing on African American alumni who would act as just facilitators of conversation. They'd be matched up based on campus experiences, campus activities, hometown location, to act as liaisons. So the main goal is to provide supplemental and innovative programming as a way to engage current students as well as engage alumni with their alma maters. So the rationale of the project, due to just the growing diversity of university student bases across the country, as well as the growing diversity of our alumni bases, just the continued health of the college is critically important. So engaging alumni with their alma maters is going to be a huge focus and will become more apparent as we move forward in the alumni relations arena. In turn, also bettering the experiences of African American students will be a necessary part of that. So this program really demands understanding of both the cultural wealth of the communities we're looking at, as well as a unique perspective of intersectionality and a lens to combat deficit thinking. So the overall experience, and recognizing that the overall experience of African American students and alumni is inherently different, and using intersectionality as a way to really look at those structural frameworks and encourage this committee and these alumni to understand their experiences within these structures will be very important, as well as just overall providing students the opportunity to bring their social and cultural capital to the forefront, and understanding that it is valued. All of these ways work as a way to combat deficit thinking and ultimately work to better the student experience and in turn better the alumni experience. So overall, the structural inequality that exists affects the experience that African American students have at the colleges. This is characterized by higher dropout rates, feelings of depression, emotional distress, hopelessness, and just an overall lack of belonging. So this experience definitely informs their experiences as alumni, especially I found in the 70s and 80s. It's getting better now, but the discontent obviously leads to disgruntled alumni. And overall, just the importance of African American alumni engagement is the relationship they have with the institution, right? So there are 4 T's in alumni engagement: ties, time, talent, and treasure. So time, volunteering, attending events, and treasure, which is actually the role that I work in, right? So fundraising. So how do we work through that relationship and engage people genuinely in a way that not only benefits them, benefits the current students, and benefits the institution? So understanding how important as we move forward that the relationship that African American alumni have with their colleges will have a huge effect not only on rankings, but as well as the students themselves, right? If we don't have alumni giving to the colleges, we won't have the necessary support we need to support African American students in all the ways possible. So just due to the ill experiences that African American students have at predominantly white institutions, due to things like institutional racism, racial discrimination, all of this manifests as a constant threat to the success of African American students. And in turn, these African American students become African American alumni who are unengaged with their alma maters. So this committee really seeks to focus on not only uplifting African American students, but also using the committee as a way to engage African American alumni with the institution and with the current student population. So of course this is not a remedy to the institutional inequality that exists within higher education institutions. However, it could be a real solution that alleviates racial isolation and provides an avenue for engagement for African American alumni and students through networking and mentorship. So obviously, it's important to note that the necessary steps of using a critical lens to dismantle inequality and achieve social justice within higher educational institutions will take more effort than just putting together a committee.